Okay, hi everybody. Here we are in a game called Rime that I just discovered, but it is actually a little bit older. It's an adventure puzzle game, and so far I'm pretty impressed. The graphics are beautiful, the music is wonderful. It's been a long time since I've played a game where I've actually felt something for the main characters involved. So far this game has got no dialogue, no instructions, and no tutorials, which I'm fine with because sometimes it's kind of fun to be just as lost as the character is. You wash up on a beach, and this is like the first kind of puzzle. I started a new game so that I could show you this part as I've gone a little bit further, not much further. I've completed the next couple of puzzles, but I obviously didn't want to give too much away of what happens in the future. It's a beautiful game. It was originally announced... When it was originally announced, it was called Echoes of Siren, and then eventually they changed the name. They released a trailer for it in 2013, and that's when Sony picked it up and decided to fund it. Initially it was greenlit by Microsoft, but they dropped it, which was their mistake. I have picked up like a pumpkin-y thing, which means that these boars all want to be my friend. So far, it hasn't been too complicated as far as puzzle solving goes. I've managed to do it, so it can't be too hard. But it has been a spectacular experience, and it's been quite beautiful and moving to solve these things. Like, even just the music is quite touching, I guess. I apologize, I don't normally get quite so emotional over video games. Anyway, so the developers for this game were Tequila Works, which have also made Invisible Hours and Deadlight and a few other games. You can purchase their whole bundle on Steam. This game is also available on Steam. It wasn't originally, I believe. It's currently $6.39, so it's not even expensive. It's something I would recommend. Like, even just looking at it, that scenery, it's just beautiful. There's a creepy person over there. It's something that I just enjoy looking at. I would probably play it just to run around in the world and look at all the stuff. So there is that. There's no voices, there's no talking, it's all... You can swim, thank God. It's all kind of just... You just have to figure it out. There's no hints that I've encountered so far. There's no... The only hints you'll get are sometimes... If you're near something, you can dive under or jump up on. It will... Like that. It'll tell you to press shift. But so far, that's it. And I think it's mostly only done it for the early parts of the game so that you know that you can do those things. So your other controls include left click, which is either shout or sing, depending what you're doing. And you can kind of do a wavy dance to scare the boars away if they're a bit too close. But otherwise, that's it. There's no attack, there's no run that I've found so far, there's no anything else, there's no defend, there's no crouch. It's just hum and shout. So he hums if there's nothing else going on. So I have no idea what's happening in this story, but I feel really compelled, for the first time in a long time, I feel really compelled to finish this game as much as possible just because I feel terrible for this boy and I want to help him find the people or whatever it is that he needs, because he washed up here. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to be with his I assume he wants to be with his family. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe his family are awful. I can't vouch for them. They might be monsters. There's also a whole bunch of collectibles, which, like I said, I did start a new game, but it kept all the collectibles I already had, so I can't show you those. A little bit of kind of platforming type stuff here. You can climb up these vines. You can crawl across these edges. Usual kind of stuff, nothing too groundbreaking. I don't know, must be pretty athletic little boy is all I can say. Scenery wise, like graphics wise, it's kept this kind of nice cartoony style, and I really appreciate that, because when a game has potential to be as upsetting as this one might become later on, you kind of want to keep the graphics a bit light. You don't want it to be too realistic, lest you upset everybody, or more importantly, me. So it's all, and I guess it also kind of fits in quite well with the fact that he's a child, so it's kind of childlike graphics. Okay, I did live, it's okay. I don't have any complaints about it thus far, except my only complaint is that the loading screen when you start a new game is quite long. But so far that's the only loading screen I've encountered, so if you've only got the one, I don't mind waiting a while for it. These little pedestal things that I'm running up towards, you can see it on the other side, they hold the collectibles that I already have, so I can't re-get them for you. Okay. And we do this carefully. So this is Rime, and okay, I talked a bit about the developers. Okay, don't do that. I'm pretty sure I've done that every time I've played this game. Let's talk a little bit about the publishers. So it's published by Grey Box. They've made games such as Grey Goo, which I haven't played, and Dreadnought also haven't played. Tempted to look into it. And 6 Foot was the other publisher, and they've only been involved in this. Damn it. Look before you leap. Rule number 1. I find it quite endearing. I quite enjoy the game. I will continue playing it. I don't know if I'll bother filming it, because I would just make you all quite angry, because I am very incompetent at puzzle games. I love them. I'm not good at them. So as you can see, I yelled at all the appropriate statues, and now this thing is glowing. And this is my little fox friend, which I based my makeup on. And that is the first puzzle. Not hugely complicated, not hugely difficult, very achievable even for someone as dumb as me. Then we move on to a different place. I do find the camera can be a bit jarring sometimes, because it kind of just, it auto moves, and if you're holding W at the same time, it kind of gets a bit iffy, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. These things remind me, has anybody seen Princess Mononoke? Tell me in the comments. They remind me of the forest spirits from that, with the clicky heads. I love those things, and if you haven't seen that movie, I strongly recommend you do. So the time of day is changing, and now I have a little foxy friend, which I'm guessing, not a hint system so much, but it kind of gives you a rough idea of which way to go. Still have no idea about this kid's story. Don't know what he's doing here. Don't know how he got here. Don't know who he is. I know nothing about him. And I'm not against that. I don't think you need to know a character's entire back history to progress further into a game. A lot of the time you don't actually, I don't want to say don't care, because I do love a detailed back history, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. So it does have these occasional little cutscenes. Once you have befriended the fox, if you stand near it and click, you laugh I'm sure that's got something to do with how hilarious foxes are. But yeah, if you like puzzle games, if you like... I don't really want to call it a platformer. It is in a sense, but to fall off things you actually have to actively jump off them, like I do. You can't just kind of walk off a platform and die. If you like kind of games where it's a heavy focus on this orchestral musical background and there's no voices to kind of distract from the actual story of what's happening, then definitely look into this. Like I said, $6.39 Australian, so no doubt it's probably cheaper for most of you. I think it's quite beautiful visually. I really enjoy it personally. I will keep playing it. I can't guarantee that I'll ever finish it. It was released for PC, Xbox One and PS4 May 2017, and it is now on Switch as of November 2017. So you don't even have to get this on Steam. I'm sure... I have no idea how much it is on the Switch. I'm sorry, I should have looked into it. But it is entirely possible to get it on other platforms. I've been Mooglepeep. This has been Rime, which I think is a delightful little number. A little bit foxy. Yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thanks for watching.